Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. So if you're anything like me, I usually have difficulties coming up with an apartment layout or a home layout or just layouts in general. So right now I'm just starting off with a square because I think most of us when we build, we usually start off with a square. And something that I realized that's super important is first impressions last the longest. So your entryway doesn't necessarily have to be in the middle. So let's split this in 3 sections. You could put your entryway on the left, centered in the middle, or you could start on the right. Something that I usually do as well is grab one of these accent tables from base game. This is one of my favorites. And then I place an object on the accent table. Grab either the boot rack or the coat rack or the umbrella rack, whatever I can put there. That's quick and easy and simple. And then that's it. That's my hallway. Starting off simple is great, but biscuits without butter, fries without ketchup, burgers without bread? I don't think so. So let's grab some type of door that you're drawn to. Something beautiful, something different, something big, maybe something with an intricate design. Think of your entryway like a theater. Every single time someone enters this house, this will be the very first thing that they see. This is the very first impression of you stepping inside your home. Add patterns, add wood, add things that pull the eyes inward. Using a tile like that checkered tile actually will help pull the eyes in. So if you paint all your walls white and you use the checkered tile, the attention goes towards the floor. That would be the very first thing that your guests see. Something else that you could do is add archways. Archways are my best friends in the game. I love using archways. Again, let your entryway tell a story about your life. I wanted huge archways that were circular, but I didn't have that in my game. Maybe it's in a different pack or something, but I didn't have it. You could add string lights. You could add hanging plants. You could add musical instruments. You could add all sorts of things to make your guests feel welcome. Walking down this entryway, it's like, wow, oh my goodness, like I'm going through a garden. Let your entryway have a theme. Let your entryway either have bold doors, bold windows, bold rugs, something to pull the eyes in. Make your entryway stand out. Make it tell a story. Let it have some type of memory of who you are, or in this case, who the sim is. Something in the hallway. So let's use the other day I built this thrift store. Maybe we went to the thrift store and we got this slightly tattered rug or whatever it might be. Let that tell the story. Something else that we could do, get rid of all the rooms and everything and just use one item to tell the entire story. So maybe this door could lead to it could be a partially open door that's a study. So this area here, it could also be a hallway that leads to other rooms, or we could add this section here that maybe could be a restroom. Maybe could be a bedroom. Maybe that could be an office. Maybe that could be a closet. We can keep adding to it. This could be a living room leading to a dining room or an open floor plan. There are so many things that you can do with your entryway. You could also add art. Art captivates the eyes. I added this bench in my thrift store and I actually shrunk it down and it was functional. So this is definitely functional as well. You could place plant or one plant in the middle of the hallway on top of an accent bench or whatever. You could add mirrors. You could add even a single mirror. I wanted a huge circular mirror. I can't wait for the day when we can actually size up mirrors. I would love that because there's some mirrors that would look so beautiful. You could also add a statuette or a statue or something in the middle. You could also change the lighting in the area as well in live mode or live mode, and that could also pull the eyes in. You don't even have to have a statue in the hallway. You could just simply just change the light. Lighting in the game creates such a mood, so you don't even have to have the statue. Another thing that you could also do is add a gallery wall. You could either have it in the game or make your own. That's something super unique. You could also have huge windows in the game. Something else that you could also do is add stairs, a bold colored stair. Maybe what you could do is leave it as is, or you could make it into a peekaboo stair. So you slightly hide it and then we are going up and we're walking into, I don't know, heaven or no man's land. We don't know. And directly across from that beautiful stairway, you could have an archway that leads into a living room. And then the living room leads to a dining room. And then the dining room leads to a kitchen and so on and so forth. It just wraps around, leading from one beautiful entryway to the other. Something else that you could also do is change the direction of where your hallway goes. So create a pattern, create something mysterious or something unique and something with character. Always add something with some type of characteristic that stands out, whether it's a pattern, a color, some type of antique furniture, or even just keep it simple with a door or a window. Don't be afraid to experiment with shapes. So you walk down the entryway or the hallway. On the right side or on the left side, you have the living room. Then the living room stands on its own. You walk further down the entryway, and then there's this weird shape that you see. Could be a rhombus, could be a triangle, could be something diagonal. You could turn it into a bedroom. You could make it without a door. You could use half walls. You could use whatever you want. Think outside of the box. You don't have to have a hallway that leads the same way in every single household. Change the way you think about hallways. Let it lead somewhere. And remember, hallways always lead somewhere. Where do you want your hallway to lead? What story would you like your guests to interpret? It's your home, it's your story. Thanks a lot again for watching, guys. Bye!